Banjo Kazooie 3 for Nintendo Switch 2, aka Banjo 3 or Banjo 3, whatever they're gonna call this game, right? This game will be phenomenal. It will be historical. It will be one of the greatest comeback games from the past ever. All right? This is something that I have been waiting for forever. All right? A lot of people have been waiting for Banjo Kazooie 3 for the longest. Banjo 3! Like, we're waiting. I'm waiting to hear that. Like, in a trailer. Banjo 3! Like, Banjo Kazooie was great back in the 90s. It was a phenomenon. And you would never think like a bear and a bird would be something so great in history. And they only have 2 games, I believe 3 or something like that. I think like one on the Game Boy Advance, some weird thing or whatever. And oh yeah, I guess 4, if you want to count the one that's on the Xbox, the nuts and bolts. And no, absolutely not. And that game actually might be a good game, but since it drifted off way too much away from what Banjo Kazooie actually is, you just should have used 2 different characters or made up 2 different characters, new ones, instead of using Banjo Kazooie for this nuts and bolts thing. I don't know, but apparently Microsoft, right? Well, not even apparently, I believe that they actually are. Microsoft is working on a specific platforming game directed towards the Nintendo Switch family of gamers and Nintendo, period. They're making a game specifically for those people. What game could be more specific platforming for a Nintendo audience than a Banjo Kazooie 3? Okay, and it was also said that it's not a Banjo Kazooie 3. I ain't hearing none of that. I ain't gonna believe or listen to any of that, okay? Alright? I would say that's not what it is either if I didn't want people to know. Okay? Listen. You're making a platforming game directed towards the Nintendo audience of gamers. You guys are Microsoft, own Xbox, and the Rare company. Rare owns and has Banjo Kazooie. It used to be on Nintendo, but then y'all took it. Microsoft and Nintendo are best friends. Alright, they put Banjo Kazooie in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate as a DLC character. Alright? They brought the Banjo Kazooie 2 games onto the Nintendo 64 on the Nintendo Switch Online Service Expansion Pack. Boy, you better stop playing with me. I don't care what anybody says. I'm going to keep the hope alive, and I'm going to keep it. I'm going to keep this drive.